We're with American Family.
We're with American Family.
We're with American Family.
Because American Family is with us.
American Family Insurance Agents.
Live and work right in the community.
Right in the neighborhood.
So they care about us
and the neighborhood.
The service is professional.
The handling of claims is quick.
And the peace of mind is wonderful.
We're with American Family.
We're with American Family.
American Family Insurance.
All your protection.
Under one roof.
American Family Insurance.
And now back to Focus on Diversity with Troy Shaw.
And welcome back to the program. Let's get into topic B. Barack Obama and the 2008 presidential election. Barack has not officially said that he will run in 2008, but many people are hoping that he will. He has dismissed notions that he might not be ready to run for president because of his limited experience. Look, Barack Obama, come on, he came on the scene, about a year and a half ago, and everybody has anointed him the first coming of Black Moses. Here's my point. Here's my point here, gentlemen. I mean, do we give him a pass for not having any experience? Michael Holt.
Well, sometimes not having too much experience is a virtue. He hasn't been corrupted by Washington, D.C. yet. He's still, to a certain extent.
Nobody knows who he is, other than.
Did you know who George Bush was before he was elected president? He was,
good point.
The governor of Texas.
Good point.
Of course, we haven't had a U.S. senator who has become. What this could be, though, is a litmus test on race relations in America. If he's facing Hillary Clinton, for example, it's going to be a litmus test on sexism in America. So you have
Hillary. He got my vote already. Steve. Barack Obama launched into the scene. Really hasn't done anything. Hey, he ain't even been in the Senate for 2 years. What do you think?
Oh, I agree with Michael that sometimes a fresh perspective can be instructive. But let's keep in mind that election is so far off, and that race is a marathon. It isn't a sprint, and people flame out. They become the flavor of the day. I think back to Howard Dean. And so I'm not saying that Barack is going to go that way. I'm just saying he's going to need to pace himself, and every rock about his life will be turned over between now and the primaries. And if he's meant to be the guy and he stands up to that kind of scrutiny, I think his campaign, the notion of him as the excitement that he's generated, I think that speaks to his integrity.
Are you ready to hand the comforter over to Barack Obama there, Robert?
Well, Mr. Smith goes to Washington from Illinois, no problem. This guy, Barack Obama has intelligence. He's a man of great oratory ability.
Yeah, that he is.
He is an individual who can motivate people when he speaks.
Okay.
I've seen him speak when he came here. All the channels that interviewed him on the national circuit after the Bush attempt to speak in front of Congress. You could just see the dynamics and the charisma, and you could see the winning attitude in him. And that's the American culture right there.
Well, that's one thing. The brother doesn't rhyme, though. You need to rhyme like Jesse. See, if you rhyme like Jesse. Let's move on to the next lecture, gentlemen. First Black governor. 2 weeks ago, Deval Patrick made history. He was sworn in as Massachusetts' 71st governor and the only African-American elected to that governorship in U.S. history. That is dynamic, Mike. We should have, by now, we have a whole bunch of black mayors around the country, but only 2 African-American governors. What do you think?
Well, I guess you could suggest that it would only happen in Massachusetts. And it gives hope to those who think that this wall of apartheid still goes down the center of America, particularly as it relates to politics. He'll be living his life in the fishbowl, though. I can guarantee you that. And I don't think you'll hear him come up with any radical proposals because there'll be so much media scrutiny on him. But it bodes well for the voters. There were several opportunities for black people to become senators, and another campaign for governor and another for lieutenant governor, and they all fell short. So it gives me hope that at least some areas of the country that we can look beyond race.
Does democracy and equality move from east to west, Steve? Massachusetts. When will it get to the Midwest? What do you think?
to my way of thinking, diversity in America is more of a journey than a destination. And I think having another African-American governor elected is another step in that journey. I think we'd all like it to happen quicker than it has happened, but every step that's taken, I feel hopeful for the next generation.
Yeah, Robert, what do we have Mr. Deval, but we may be seeing a Hispanic governor before we see a
we may be seeing that. We may be seeing
couple more,
a female president. We may be seeing an Asian governor. I mean, things are happening. Unfortunately, it's not happening quick enough. And as you said, you know, does this kind of democracy that happened in Massachusetts coming from east to west? Well, at least it won't be coming in from the Underground Railroad.
Hey, well, take a look here, though, gentlemen. From what we've been seeing over the last 40 to 50 years, there has been some progress, some progression. But do we honestly believe that America is ready for a rapid change in society to the degree of politics, Mike?
No, absolutely not. I sometimes make the analogy that black America is kind of like the Jews leaving, Egypt. They went on this 40-year journey. When Lyndon B. Johnson signed all of the civil rights legislation, they had this classic picture, of the civil rights leader standing behind him as he signed into legislation. The black poverty rate in America was 40%, and that was 40 years ago. Mm-hmm. And here we are today in 2007, and the black poverty rate is 40%. And on that note, how far have we come in terms of this actual journey? We're in the same predicament we were before.
And the heat just keeps coming on Focus on Diversity. You do not want to miss our next segment. Stay with our program. We'll be right back.